Alright, let's let it rip. Let's let it go. It's time. Hiya, hiya. It's Monday. Obviously, not seeing everyone super available on Monday, and that's okay. Not exactly easy to be available every day, no matter what, all the time. But I hope if you find your way here, then that you can have a good time. I'm Memory Leek. I am a stupid little onion. And I guess this is Mega Man X. Actually open the damn thing and run everything. Make sure everything's working. Yeah, my inputs and stuff have been unbound. Let me fix that, I guess, while we're all just lingering. And it's got the weird Nintendo button layout. No worries what that means to you. Why would I need to mess with inputs on a real Super Nintendo? Shh. Shh. Hush. Hush now, hush. Hey, it seems like everything is working at least to that capacity. And that is the thing which I must get rid of. That you can see Mega Man and his X in all their beautiful glory. This game don't mess around. Get the cursor out of the way so people don't, I mean, people already know I'm a mark, but, you know, hey. I waited a second, come on. Don't get ahead of yourself, buddy. Shot, jump, dash, select R, select L, and we're good. Now we're ready to play some damn video game. Now, Mega Man X, to a lot of people, I guess I feel it needs no introduction, but why not talk about it for a little bit? Mega Man was legendary. It certainly was a blue guy facing a bunch of fun, colorful robots. Really proved to them how much I can mash on a controller. My hands are actually comfortable, and it's not that impressive, but you know, it's something. It's better than what I was doing. I think the last time I was playing video games like this, I was using a kind of cheap Nintendo Switch controller. We can do better than that. But clearly my mashing finger wasn't enough in that situation, and that happens, you know? You gotta take things in stride. That's what a lack of confidence will get you. I think it's pretty funny. Sometimes this bug guy doesn't summon his little minions to walk around in front of you. And isn't it sad to see the health sink into the ground? Do I really want to make the detour to get this one down here? Who needs it? Me. There's even a little one for your troubles. Really showing you everything about the first level in Mega Man X as if you haven't seen it before. It's not exactly complicated. But y'all mind if I show off? It's nothing that show-offy. Great, you can kind of sort of mash. Real impressive, buddy. Oh no, the ground is falling. Precarious. Especially when you walk as slow as X does. He takes a leisurely stroll. They haven't taught him how to pick up the pace yet. But it's okay, you'll get there. You'll get stronger. In the words of the wise Zero, you're cooler, best friend. And in this highway, we finally found the cars. They don't seem very nice. They're being ingested into the road by a strange airship, meant to cause terrible traffic and just piss you off. This is how everyone describes the traffic in their favorite American city. But there's a more important friend here. Friend, I don't know, he doesn't seem very friendly, but he's kind of a dick, but you know. And it's this guy, Vile. What you do against Vile doesn't really matter. You can sit here and play around with him, but like, you can't do anything. There's no stopping him. Eventually you're gonna get caught and called a worthless piece of scrap, and it makes you a little sad. It's a bit of a bump on your ego. And then you get to be saved by a Deus Ex cooler guy. Look at me, I'm Zero, I'm so cool. I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. X, you're a goon and a loser. But one day you'll be strong. With my 5-step plan. You two can rise up against Sigma's army. And in any normal situation, we'd pick a stage like Chill Penguin to access the leg parts that allow you to unlock all the other upgrades. But what if we don't want to? What if we want to go against the grain? What if this is our X adventure? Then we can go to a stage that's not particularly difficult, but you know, you'll see a new side of it. Flame Mammoth stage does in fact have fire and lava, something you might not know on a first playthrough. If you take the road often traveled and go to Chill Penguin first, you can even lose half your health on it. Quite dangerous. X, you're not very strong. You're not even lava level. Which I don't think hits as hard as not even being ice level, which is very funny. Real cutting dialogue you can give to a character like Son Goku, who prides himself on his strength. What do I pride myself on? I'm not sure. But I can play video games in an unusual fashion. Look at my unique hipster boss order in Mega Man X. And you might say, doesn't this make the game much slower? And yes, it does. But it's interesting to Mega Man it up, you know, instead of X it up. Really gives you the feeling of just being a regular guy. You don't actually need to respect the speed of these crushers. They mostly just shunt you out. Not very good at crushing you, huh? Now you better watch out for this guy, 'cause he's a bit of a lunatic. He doesn't leave himself open for very long, but you know, still do it with good timing and a bit of a mash. But he doesn't like to attack unless you get pretty close to him, so. That's a little mean. It's fine, I don't need all this health. I do need all this health, what the hell? Could you cut it out? You're making me look lame on YouTube.com. And all my ego and all my self-confidence is tied to the way I look playing Mega Man X on YouTube.com. And before Flame Mammoth introduces himself, it's time for a little water. Stay hydrated, kids. Or preferably adults, you know? I love old people. Hi, Flame Mammoth. Flame Mammoth and his iconic oil that doesn't do very much attack. Ow. Okay, well, you know, fine. I get it. I had to be humbled. Perhaps I should pay attention to the direction in which the conveyor belt is going, something you would not normally have to do if you have the dash, because you can jettison yourself across the room instantly regardless. Yeah, give it a big jump, man. You're trying your best. Is that Shrimp? Hi, Mega Man Real in real life. Oh, we're fine. We are taking on the mighty Flame Mammoth and his slow-moving conveyor belt. Very threatening. And just like Gutsman, it's oddly difficult to actually jump over the aftershocks from him launching his body into the ground. Not that it really matters. Because in practice, what you will find, speaking like the Yap Bill, what you will find is that it doesn't really put you in that much danger. Except there, in the very specific situation where you might actually get hurt by the conveyor belt slowly pushing him towards you as you get sandwiched into the wall. You might ask, how did you get hit by that? And to deflect and protect my ego, I say I just wanted to demonstrate. And in our own reckless lack of particular upgrade collecting order, we can just go clockwise. I say that, but then once I get to launch Octopus, I'll be like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. We can go back and get the upgrades now, because I'll admit I've never actually beaten the game without upgrades. I just wanted to show something fun. Oh, you're a bastard. You're a real friend, aren't you? Yeah, fine. You know, give me a hug, buddy. Now this is a good weapon. You don't talk about the weapons in the X games very much a lot of the time, but damn, that Flame Mammoth weapon can churn through things. Ah! Look, avoiding the lasers is hard when you can't move very much. Shut up. And as long as you have some weapon that's strong to beat these guys, they're not too much of a problem. But if you have to mash your finger off with the Buster, it becomes a bit of an ordeal. As I've proven before, my mash is mediocre at best. This will be on the test, and I will be shown for the fraud I am. Man, shut up. For the most part, they alternate from what angle they come in from. Just a little bit of a jump high to wake you up in the morning. In the morning? It's 8 p.m. Memory leak, what are you talking about? Well, it's the morning somewhere in the world. Good morning. Greatest weakness. Mashing! Hey, I never won the Mario Party mashing minigames either. Always a bridesmaid, never a broken thumb. Ow! Why did the half charge kill the first one but not the second one? Mysteries of Life with Tim and Moby. Now that's a very specific reference to, I think, the American education system. Way to limit my audience, really. Oh man, look at all that heart tank that I'm not getting. How many lives do I have? I only have one additional life. Which means I'm gonna have to really be careful against Boomer Kuwanger if I don't want to go back to the stage and get mildly embarrassed. Ooh, and no health pickups just to make it a little more enticing, you know? Enticing. Exciting. Exciting is the word. And it's a very normal word, too. It's a little concerning that I couldn't draw it out of my stupid little root head. Where are you going? Don't turn around so you can back into me when I hit you. You're a bastard. Okay, you know what? You get one practice run. You get one practice run, and then we'll have to cooperate, okay? This is Boomer Kuanger with his infamous teleporting attack. I keep throwing your little boomerang. Your signature boomerang is the Boomerang Kuanger. You can actually get away with running around here a lot more than you'd think while he's teleporting around. It's actually not that likely that he'll teleport into you, and you can always be just slightly above him in the air when he does so. And it will be fine, but that will not be fine. In fact, I am sent back to the beginning. You know what? I'll come back to you, all right? Because I don't want to deal with the live system anymore. So instead, we're going to go to this bucko friend pal, and we're going to grab a bunch of other things, okay? Now, there's a famous little friend in this level that can help us with our predicament of wanting to get as many tries at things as I'd like without much thought or particular tension. That's this little guy right here who loves to give us extra lives. Very helpful friend he is. You guys love walking back and forth. I love walking back and forth. You can appreciate the beautiful visuals of Armored Armadillo's level. Look at how deep the caves are behind the windows. Why must you murder the Bat Baby? Because Bat Baby has something I'd like. It's nothing personal, it's simply business. Now, if I did theoretically do something with like no upgrades or something, I'd probably say, you know, this is gonna be a multi-parter. But right now, I think I'll just not worry too much about it. You're a bastard, you know that? I messed up actually, because I ended up in front of him when I actually want to be behind the funny drill mole. And the reason why you want to be behind the funny drill mole is because you can get into his little crevice and steal his sub tank. We will be abusing things like sub tanks. Top off my life, so won't you? I've been punished for my foolish mistakes, and I've made a lot of those in my life, evidently. They've led me here. Should I be proud of even the worst points? Maybe. You know, I think there's something very worldly about that, but I'm not a worldly individual. I'm a bastard from my own generation. Things don't make sense. All right, get out of here. Come on. Womp, 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 womp. A little bit of gratuitous violence with the flamethrower and the sub tank. Yeah, Yes, yes. You can blast through older Mega Man games in one night anyway. Well, yeah, if I grab the upgrades and stuff, yes. But if I go through this with no upgrades, it's gonna take me a very long time to learn things like the Sigma fight. But yeah, if I play this as normal as can be, then yeah, it won't take long. Maybe I'll go back to the other stages I've already played. Maybe get the Hadouken even, you know? But I'd like to show off by at least fighting Armored Armadillo with the Buster. Kind of the most annoying boss to fight with the Buster, but definitely not the hardest. So it's gonna take me a few attempts to remember my strategy. You're a bastard, you know that? You're faking me out. I'm getting mind-gamed by the random little Met guy. Metal from Mega Man. Hey. You're getting a little aggressive with me, okay? When you can't just dash around, it becomes a little more difficult to keep on top of all the pace of everything. Get owned, get destroyed, get smoked. And you even get the privilege of grabbing the heart tank. So you don't need any of the upgrades to get the important pickups in this stage, besides needing all the upgrades to get the Hadouken, but you're gonna have to come back for that anyway, because I think you also need to have beaten Armored Armadillo and gotten his weapon. Either way, you're not really missing out on anything here. And you get the really cool slow motion platform segment, and you get to spawn this pickup for the first time. Now we're gonna have to run it with Armored Armadillo with slightly more health than we've previously had. This will prove to be a great advantage. I missed. Oh, he's doing the thing. Get closer, buddy. You have to push him to the wall and then just like really kind of mash him down, but don't get hit by the funny blast if your timing's bad. And my timing is evidently very bad. Slow motion. Look, okay, what I'm saying is that the hardware-based slowdown was a part of the developer's vision. They put a bunch of enemies on that screen on purpose. I mean, a very cool level. I think we should be proud of them. All right, I'll be pushing you over. With the right rhythm, you can just stop him from shooting. But it takes a bit of a rhythm at the mercy of the 3 shots on the screen per limit, on the screen at a time limit. And then sometimes he does this and you're in a spot you're not used to being in for it. And sometimes he does it for a really long time and you don't remember where you need to be. But it's okay. It's okay. This is winnable. All right? We can defeat the Armored Armadillo. The nefarious Armored Armadillo. But first we have to summon our patience, and I've not done that yet. I have to warm up being patient, all right? Please don't do all that. I accidentally let a partially charged shot rip, so now I failed. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I can just stay far away so that I have time to react to the shot sometimes making it past my flurry of blows. Just do this until he decides he wants to roll. Then after he bounces off the wall a second time, we run to here, and then we cry. Oh, he's being mean today. He's being mean today. Running that pattern way longer than I actually know how to avoid, which is totally my problem. By all means, I could just keep running this, just maybe before stream if I wanted to, or off stream and really learn them so I can do a really cool showcase. Or I could play the game in the regular manner, which I already do. All right, buddy. Your epic energy blast attack. So you might be thinking, well, this fight takes a while, and yes, it does. That's it just does. Push him back, just push him back, let him get stuck on the wall. It's easier this way. Because it takes even longer to let him do his funny reflect attack where he absorbs your energy and hits you for a lot of damage. Like that attack. In fact, once you figure out the right way to do this, once you remember from all of your testing, you realize this fight's kind of stupid, but you know, it's fine. All right, buddy, come on. Okay, one more time. I think you're done, buddy. Revenge for killing the bat babies. I needed the lives. Even though I used a chunk of them against Armadillo, Mr. Armadillo. The armored armadillo. Blah. Get rolling shield. All right, and now I'm bored of my shenanigans. Let's just play it. Let's become normal. I'm no longer special. I'm just chilling with the penguin. Regular things. Chill, penguin. Ow. However, what is good about playing the game in this order is that you have to go back to this level anyway. And I have exactly what I need to get everything I could ever ask for out of Chill Penguin's Arctic Paradise. And I can go boop. Boop. It makes a funny noise. Underappreciated weapon. I think most of the special weapons in this game and most of the ice games are pretty underappreciated. There's some fun to be had with them. Did you quit doing that? Whatever, you know, I mean, if you're more careful, you can go about this without getting rolled over by the balls, but it doesn't really matter. Dad! I knew I'd find you! It seems like you have to fight. Use your dash ability to make the game significantly easier. The balls. And you get to make use of the fun other advantage of the dash, which is that it actually increases the damage your weapons do. You can do 1 extra damage if you shoot while dashing. Very important to do the boss fights faster. But what if I don't really care if I'm doing them fast? Anyway, that's not important right now. What's important is that we get our epic heart tank from Chill Penguin. And then drop down and realize that the ride armor's already despawned. So I'm gonna have to use this to steal this guy's for 2 seconds before I'm forced to drop out of it anyway. But it was nice to have. The delay is big, but that might be a YouTube thing. Oh, between the... I mean, I might be able to change like a setting or something about it. I don't know. Stream health, stream settings? Additional settings? Stream latency. I think that would be in program, so I guess... Because there is a lower latency option that I could enable if it was so desired. But it would have to be, because I use Streamlabs for the chat widget, I would have to restart the stream through that, and that would be kind of annoying. So, maybe next time, right? So yeah, see, setting antics, I'm not doing setting antics today. I don't feel like it. Alright, chill, penguin. Can't really do much. And the boss fights do go significantly faster with that damage bonus. Okay, buddy. You keep being invincible, it's fine. It's okay, we all love you. But yeah, it is a future problem for a future onion. And that's okay. Fighting with the settings is it's a part of the game. And we're gonna have to go back here anyway to get all this stuff. Actually, wait, I am missing something. If I want to get everything, if I want to have the easiest time possible in Hadouken through the end of the game, I will not be going there yet. I will have to go there after paying a visit to our good Stormed Eagle friend. Oh, that's it? It's just health? What was the point of all that? Okay, that got very scary. The platform that I needed to jump on was in my blind spot. My iconic Memory League blind spot on the bottom of my screen. Boop. Rolling Shield's funny because it's just kind of like a mini charge shot. However, I do have to really appreciate the fact that this stage is like an actual like level that like takes place somewhere. Like, it's cool, it's like an actual airport level. Though sometimes it makes a little bit of the level design kind of flat. But I'm having fun with it anyway, and most of the time with the dash, a lot of the more flat straightaway sections don't really last that long. So much health. Weird looking airport. Reminds me of Den. What's a den? I mean, it's funny because most people go to this from the other side, but you're actually supposed to enter it from this end. This thing goes up. Okay, well, this is clearly not the ideal choice for this enemy. Bloop, bloop. Rolling Shield makes a very funny sound, I think. Book, book. Denver. Oh, okay. This is a reference to a U.S. state I've never visited. I haven't actually seen that much of the United States. I'm gonna be honest. So I guess it's another point, pointing out my lack of worldliness. Like, I think I've been to more countries than I've been to US states. Which I think is a little strange, but whatever. What have ya? What's it to ya? The one with the lizard people. Here is the helmet. It allows you to break blocks. This will let you get the nefarious arm parts present in the Flame Mammoth level. Wow, Shotgun Ice gets to shine. Wasn't that cool? Wasn't it cool banking that shot off to get the enemy? Aren't weapons fun? You see, let's keep farming swag, huh? Nope. It rolls up the hill, and it also absorbs projectiles. It is actually, to some extent, a shield. And then you can enter this boss room from the other side. For those who are crafty and looking for secret. And this is Storm Eagle, who's a complete joke with the dash and not very difficult without it either. If you're playing with headphones or in stereo in general, it's actually very easy to dodge this attack since it spoils what side he's gonna come out on. It normally takes a bit of effort to both dodge the attack and hit Storm Eagle, but with that, it's not too bad. It's pretty easy to react to. But you also just dash right under his signature attack, so, you know, he really doesn't put up much of a fight. But he looks cool. You get to blow up a boat. And we're falling very fast, which is a little concerning. And now we go through here and fill out our checklist here. We've gone from having no upgrades to having most of the upgrades very quickly. You know what? We're going down here. Who cares? We've been the chill penguin. We've gotten rid of everything hazardous in the first half of the level. And now we must do the most nefarious technical skill check in the game. And we've succeeded. Okay. Okay. That was worrisome. I might have had to use the exit utility. And now you can use your charged weapons to get the rest of the upgrades and also shoot your purple flurb at people. If you didn't know, you also get this upgrade from 0 at the end of the game if you go into the fortress not having it, because you need it to damage the final boss. If you don't use Rolling Shield. You can also use Rolling Shield. Might be a little easier, but it's kind of neat to have the purple flurb blast, and it's kind of a fun thing about getting it from 0. It makes sense because the Buster's oddly red. I'd argue that perhaps they actually intended for you to do that first, but they wanted you to be able to, you know, play with the charge weapons or what have you. But I don't know, I didn't make the game. They don't call me KG Inafune or something like that. And now we can use a good weapon, all right? This is This is Storm Eagle's beautiful storm weapon, which will allow you to just destroy everything. You thought Flame Mammoth's flamethrower was putting in work. This will show your grandma what's what. Why your grandma? I don't know. But this isn't your grandma's Mega Man. This is Mega Man X, and he's here to get to business, you know? There we go. Destroyed the last block. However, the movement forward from the tornado does not actually keep up with X's dash. She moves very fast. But that's all we needed from that level anyway, so we're done with that. Get me out of here. So we go to Boomer Kuiger next, because it allows us to get a bunch of weapons and cool things. And we have all we need to get the heart tank, the nefarious heart tank, which we skipped the first time. Wait. Come on, we made this happen. We made this happen. Screw that guy in particular, okay? Fine. Wanna know what I think of you, bonk? Guys, I think Storm Eagle's weapon's very strong. Alright. I'm having a lot of fun with shotgun ice, if you can't tell. You'll see how much easier it is to avoid the lasers when you can dash. Why does it reappear so fast sometimes? I don't understand. It don't matter, it don't matter. Who cares? Who cares? Get over it, kid. You again, you always get a free one on me. It's okay, it's fine. Don't ask what just happened with the platform there, but you know, the game's being merciful. A lot of games would have just killed me for getting crushed between two things, but you know, Capcom, they're nice, they're kind. They would never hurt you. Get me up there. Okay, so I've actually run into an issue that I just realized, and that's that I used all my shotgun ice ammo when I needed to get the heart tank, which means I will have to farm weapon energy. So look forward to that. I've been punished for having too much fun. Would you like to drop weapon energy for me, sir? By the way, absolutely wild how this thing positions itself. Like, that's just mean. You know, I mean, I appreciate filling up the sub-tank, but like, I don't think that's what I'm looking for right now. Up, back to the bottom. Wait, I can kill this guy. Watch this. Watch this. Boop. this is how we do it. Okay, this is the spot. Now we can farm until it gives me a weapon energy, okay? I apologize for my mistake that has now caused us to waste several minutes of our time. Has that done what I needed to do? No, it has not, in fact. I think I've made a mistake by accidentally collecting that when I shouldn't have. Ah, please! I'm so tired, boss! But I don't want to replay the level! There's no point! It would be meaningless. Alright. I've acquired what I've asked for. Now I have a limited number of attempts to not mess this up. Oh yeah! That guy is a bit of a problem here. Now I think I've got it. Okay. Whew! That could have been a whole story arc, but I didn't really want that to be the case. Boop. Now I can use shotgun ice again. Which is very funny. Just like water is yummy. This is, once again, Boomer Kuanger. This time I've come prepared. See how much damage I can do if I'm greedy? And I'm a little greedy. I'll admit I'm a little greedy. Come on, okay. But you cut it out. There's a somewhat kind of sort of tight window for hitting him when he teleports in. All right, buddy, come on. I'm gonna drop this on you. I'm not gonna drop this on you. I'm gonna get embarrassed in front of all my friends. Giving me an awful hard time, and he really shouldn't be. This Boomer Kuwanger fellow is really not that scary. If I just played normal, I'd be fine, you know? But I want to kill him fast! You look cool, like all the people who speedrunners broke Mega Man X. All right. You see that? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. If you pay attention, if you use your noggin, your noodle, you'll be fine. And I'm just dandy. We'll never have to visit this level again. And we have to go to Launch Octopus before we go to Sting Chameleon because we need an environmental effect allow us to grab, was it a sub tank or the heart tank? I think it's the heart tank. I think there are only 2 things in that level. I think I will use Storm Eagle's weapon. It's completely trivialized the giant turtles with 1 billion health. This weapon's like neat enough. You can throw a lot of them, and when they come back to you, you get your energy back. It's absolutely miraculous, because normally, Capcom would not allow us such a privilege. Absolutely tear it up. All things considered, that was not very impressive, but, you know, it's fine. I hate you, alright? Quit it. It doesn't even matter, they don't even hurt you. Better watch out for the nefarious blow attack. And this like complete nonsense missile attack. It's like look, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Now go up here. This is not where the thing is. This is where the thing is. Yes. The top of this water spire. You will find a warship hiding secrets beyond your wildest dreams. Ow. Do not. I hate you. Just do that, you know? I wish you could turn off double tap dashing in these games. There's really no reason not to just use a dash button, but you know, it's fine. The Zero games realized that there's really no need to have it because they just flat out got rid of the double tap dash. I don't even know what it's really a holdover from. Street Fighter 3? I think this game's older than that though. That's what I don't understand. I guess they were just trying to find things that might feel intuitive for people. Now, personally, I would like some health. Because even if I wanted to fight the bosses with the weaknesses, I don't remember the boss weaknesses. However, I do have something fun to show. If you find amusement in mutilation. If it'll happen. Doesn't seem like if, oh, there it is, okay, yeah. Yeah, you can cut off his arms, and it's very funny. And he loses access to one of his attacks. But he's still beating me, because now he just does this, and I have not actually practiced dodging just the missile attack over and over again. So, whoops. But it's still easier than trying to dodge also the fish attack, which is very brutal. So we're gonna do that again. If we can manage to hit him at all, but you know. Oh. Yeah, I think my problem is that I'm mashing it during his invincibility and it's not doing anything. Launch Octopus is kind of a menace, by the way. As has been made evident by the fact that he kind of just does whatever he wants and beats your butt. For the sake of Streamflow, I could always just use an E-Tank, but you know. What's the fun in that? You didn't really learn anything, you just kind of item checked the boss if you do that. You can just do this anyway, which evidently does plenty damage. I remembered how you're supposed to fight bosses with all these upgrades, and you know, it's actually not too difficult. Who'd have thought? The upgrades make things easier. What an elementary concept. Now we can finish out grabbing all the things by grabbing the really powerful body parts. Having the damage I take is kind of absurd. You better watch out for the metal in the bush down there where I can't even see it anyway. So we could go there, or we could first go here and get the reason why we needed to be Launch Octopus for. And then doing the same thing we did before again. There we go. And now we can go and finish the armor. Blue, 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 blue. I have no idea what the fastest way to beat this boss is, but he takes forever no matter what you do, so who cares? Like, you can hit him with this, but I think it only hits him once, so I think it's actually bad. So does this. Why does it do that? It might be a charge shot angle. But again, even then, it takes forever. It's symbolic of the increased defenses given to you by the body parts, which are given to you as a reward for facing Dr. Light's nefarious trial. At least I'd imagine that's why this guy is here, because, like, I don't really understand. Did Sting Chameleon put him there? Did he see the armor parts and he was like, well, you gotta beat this guy before I'll bestow it upon you? I don't know, I mean, to me it makes more sense that he's Dr. Light's chosen guardian to stop X from becoming too powerful or something stupid like that. Alright, Dad. Help me out, Dad! I love you, Dad! You're so strong, my son. Let me go. What happened to the blocks? Why are the blocks not falling? I guess they just don't feel like it. Maybe this is also a function of beating Launch Octopus before the nefarious Sting Chameleon. Yes, the purple Flurp gets to really shine against the little Mace Men. We didn't get to see much of the Riot Armor in Chill Penguin, so you know what? Let's do it here. You get enough health on the Riot Armor that you mostly just like run through this and like not care. There's this guy who's in it already, even though I swear normally he's not. I'm gonna blame everything I don't understand on Launch Octopus, alright? Maybe they start in the right armor if you start in the right armor. Who knows? This is Sting Chameleon. He's kind of a mean guy. Usually this is what he'll do first. And using our elite dodging skills. Definitely way easier to hit him with that dash, but you know. You really gotta make sure to get out of his way for the nefarious tongue-biting attack, which does... It goes really fast, and if you're close to him and you're stuck against the wall, you're kind of screwed. You just gotta take it. Not that it really matters. All of his attacks do like 1 or 2 damage now that I have the armor parts. But just to say that I'm taking things a little too seriously, realizing now what I'm doing. Damn, like, no matter what you do, this fight takes a second. Yeah. Keep doing your thing, Sting Chameleon. We love you for that. Have I gotten everything? I think I've gotten everything. I hope I've gotten everything. If I have not gotten everything, oh no, I haven't. There's a whole other level, a whole Sparked Mandrill to run through as a checklist before we can be free from this turmoil. Really show him how fast I can mash. Yes, you have to be moving down on your jump to actually get this thing to go down and collect the part you need it to. Admittedly, it's fun that Boomer Kuanger's weapon even does that at all. You know what? Let's play around. Let's play around. Give me the invincibility. How about that? Oh hell yeah! I came back to. Chameleon Sting's a really fun weapon, actually. Admittedly, I'm not going to be using the weapons as much now because I have the really strong charge buster, but you know, thought that counts, really. Oh yeah, and also this boss doesn't even like get to do his attack because we beat Storm Eagle already, so like what's the point? Put him out of his misery, won't ya? What are you charging up? Nothing? Buddy's charging up nothing. It's okay, we appreciate your enthusiasm. We're now entering the green area. I don't even remember what the charged version of Launch Octopus's weapon does. Oh, that's cute. I liked it. I mean, do it again. I swear, I can make this. I can make this. Pretty sure there's another way to get this too, but like, this jump isn't actually that hard. You just gotta... Yeah, there you go. All right. Easy, easy, easy. Oh. You're just a little too far, huh? Think you're special. Yes, use your shield weapon. Protect you. And then make your way into the nefarious corridor of the Spark Mandrill. Look at his little LEDs, isn't he cute? He's cute. He's cute. I like him. Yeah, I think I am worse at this fight when I mess around with the dash than when I don't mess around with the dash. So if I locked in, I'd stop taking damage. As you can see, when he does his terrifying punch attack, you just have to shoot him and he'll go, ow, and then he'll stop. You see how much damage you can do when you use the dash trick? You do a lot of damage. And hell, it still works in X2. And then Zero's like, hey, go fight Sigma. And I'm like, wait, I got somewhere else to be. I've got a dad to check up on. And a bit of suicide to engage in. One more life, why don't ya? Pretty crazy going back into this level with all the stuff. That didn't really do anything, but you know, it was an admirable attempt. Hey, buddy. I'm not letting you get away alive, all right? Should have just used one of the designated killing the mole thing weapons instead of mashing my hand off. I love early onset arthritis. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna feel so in touch with all the old folk at the retirement home. At 27 years old. Shoot your lemons, buddy. Now, let's do what we normally do against a guy like this. Let's show him what we think of the cut of his jib. What am I, British? Like, what the hell was that? Cut of his jib. What's next? I'm chilling with my mates in a flat. Bowl of water. I'm gonna have to be here like 5 more times anyway, so, you know. Get him, Storm Eagle! The boomerangs are falling behind. Yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, you do just have to see the health, but I'd like to also use that health pickup to fill my sub-tanks anyway. So I am going to be jumping up and getting it. Also, just in case, because frankly, there's a lot of misinformation about the Hadouken. It's kind of ridiculous how much misinformation there is about the funny Hadouken move. Use armored armadillo's weapons to shield us through, and it won't matter anyway. Maybe I should have just used the weapon that makes me invincible. How about it? All right, thanks. Sure, you know what? Fine. I'm sorry for playing around. Waste of an extra life for fun, you know? There we go. Let's just make ourselves invincible, then we won't die. Feels pretty on par with the amount of misinfo games have just from that era. I mean, yeah. Ultimately, like, I'd assume the whole point of the Hadouken was to be as cryptic as possible. You know, in a way, as a reference to Akuma in Street Fighter 2. Which in itself was a reference to just urban legends about Street Fighter in general. Or other older versions of Street Fighter 2, because who was making rumors about Street Fighter 1? People who actually cared, if only they existed, right? I say if only like I have any particular investment in people caring about Street Fighter 1. The game's not very fun to play. And look there, it's my dad. Show off the Hadouken for all the people at home. Hadouken! 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 Yes, and if you then proceed to use a passcode, you will lose the Hadouken, for it is not saved on the passcode screen. You will simply have to go back to the Armored Armadillo and reacquire your fancy new move. Not that it really matters. But it does make beating the game easier and kind of funny. Wait, are you supposed to just keep dying until it shows up? So the actual, I think the actual condition for making the Hadouken appear is respawning the health pickup. So I think you can just replay the stage a billion times, but at that point you might as well just like throw yourself off a pit like a normal person, which is usually the cited method for unlocking the Hadouken. But don't get impatient. If you get impatient, you will be sentenced back down below and be very sad and look like a doofus, and everyone will think you're stupid and silly. And also, I have lost health, so I cannot use the Hadouken until I heal. Like this. And now I can, I do not have the Buster equipped. I cannot use the Hadouken. I forgot that you need the Buster equipped. I have once again acquired health. I can now once again use my Hadouken that kills everything instantly. Very cool. Oh no! Oh my, I got stuck. This will stop me from using the Hadouken. I will respawn them because, frankly, I want to use the Hadouken against Vile. Wait, it doesn't matter. I have to go through the forced loss fight anyway. Who cares? And then they refill all my health and I can use the Hadouken against Vile. None of this matters. You can hear them fighting in the other room. It is going crazy in there. And Zero has lost. He is trapped in his funny little zappy cage. Anyway, none of this matters. Like, you know, whatever, man. Just do your thing. Alright, I have once again been trapped by Vile, proving that I am in no way as cool as Zero. Maybe, but I'm not through yet. Thank you for your sacrifice, Zero. You will not be giving me your arm cannon, for Dr. Light has already given it to me. Yeah, Zero was sentenced to gay baby jail. Now he's sentenced to dead. And X is like, I'm good, I'm now powerful. I'm given power. Woo! You have so much energy. You're so motivated by the sacrifice of your friend. Fuck. Well, now I have to fight him normally, and that makes me sad. I was hoping I'd get to embarrass him with the Hadouken, you know, like a cool guy. By all means, I could waste a sub-tank to do that, but I'll probably want to recharge it later so I don't have to deal with like any problem at all with Sigma. Once again, the fastest way to fight bosses normally is just using uncharged buster shots with the dash. X, I've died! And again, if you have not gotten the Buster part, Zero will give it to you here anyway. I also really appreciate Sigma's like goofy springs that he has in his fortress for some reason. know what? Watch this one. Oh my, you can't do anything. Oh my, come on, are you serious right now? Why is fun illegal? Whatever, you know what? I'm gonna do what we do in places like this. And still take damage anyway. Why even live when you'll just die anyway? Why die when you'll just respawn? In my contempt for the bow spider, which is actually not what I'm finding here. In fact, you do have to have a run-in with the boomered Kuanger. X, could you use the damn Hadouken, please? Now I have to watch this doofus teleport around over and over again. Yeah, real cool, buddy. Yeah, I bet you feel real impressive. Everyone thinks you're so cool because you can teleport. Nobody likes you, all right? Your Kuanger's a great friend. Real upstanding guy. He saved my cat from a tree. Oh my gosh. It's fine, I'll fight the bow spider like normal. Yeah, and Bow Spider dares to ask the question, how difficult can a stupid children's puzzle be? And the answer is actually quite difficult. As you can see, I've managed to get it wrong quite a few times. Like here, where I put myself in a dangerous position and then you get distracted by all the little minions. Are you kidding me? I cannot exhibit the basic brain functions of a 4-year-old. It's fine. If I die, I'll just do Hadouken him and it'll be like, wow, look, cool. You're so good at Mega Man X, use the Hadouken to kill the boss instantly. It took no effort at all. Did not by any stretch of the imagination beat the game. Let's go, Hadouken! Unless I mess up and get hit, and then I'll cry. What was that? Frankly, I didn't know that Bow Spider here could do that. I hate this guy. Yes, I'm gonna use an entire E-Tank to heal 2 health out of spite. And then miss the Hadouken anyway. And then miss the Hadouken anyway. And then get hit by the... You know what? Fine, fine. I'll play the game your way, alright? Fine. Do I know what the boss is weak to? No, I don't. I don't know what any of the bosses in this game are weak to. I don't use the weaknesses in this game. It's not even hard. All right? It's not even hard. All right? I'm just frazzled. Are you getting hit by the stupid baby spiders? Like who cares? They go to the same place every time. As a pure heart awakened by rage, I can defeat the bow spider. Yeah, the Satsui no Hado has failed me. My maestro arts are nothing against the mighty spider, which will allow us to do nothing. Well, okay, I don't know why you had to go that fast that time, but you know, sure. Does it just go faster over time, or is that like the health decreases or something? Because I don't remember. Just give me an easy pattern, it'll be fine, but you know. It's okay. A little embarrassing, but it's okay. MEGAMAN, do your thing. Show him what you're made of. Show him who's boss. Shrig my nuts. Hadouken. Shield up! Hadouken! Hadouken! Use your charged launch octopus weapon to defeat them. Now, this is a boss that'll be very Hadoukenable. Hi, Chill Penguin. Bye, Chill Penguin. Oh, shoot. He's not messing around. There you go. Okay. We have defeated the Chill Penguin with my mighty Hadouken. Hadouken! Yeah. You laugh it up, my guy. It's pretty funny that the enemies laugh when they hit you in this game. They're so rude. Yeah, you know, just to take the Hadouken away from me, you know? The weapon energy I would have appreciated earlier. Alright, we are back. We are back. Hadouken Nation, we are back. There's no regular shoot directly above me weapon, so the homing shot is going to have to do. Hello, Storm Eagle. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Stop scrolling me off screen, buddy. All right. Keep this one. You got one. No, this is not the weapon to do this, actually. I think the charged Storm Eagle weapon will delete this man. It will not. How embarrassing. Instead, we will have to face the mighty Rangda Bangda. By intimidating in nature. You cannot use the Hadouken against him, really, because gotta deal with all of this, but you know. Oh, my 3 eyes attack. Yes, if you defeat one of the balls, then the thing stays here, and then you have to just deal with jumping on walls for the rest of the fight. Not that it's that big a deal, but it's kind of annoying. Welcome back, funny nose. Ow. Does not make it easy to defeat the funny nose, alright? Let me tell you what. But the funny nose has been defeated. I guess defeating the funny nose also just kind of leaves it here. So what's the point? Who cares? What are you gonna do about it? Defeated the nefarious Rangda Bangda. They just drew a face on a sheet of paper and said, "This is the boss." No nose. You lost your nose. Haha. Got your nose. Rangda Bangda. I hate you. I hate you. You're so rude. I have to fight Armored Armadillo without the Hadouken. Unless... Unless nothing, alright? Unless nothing, you loser. Nobody likes me. They all hate me. Now I can look silly again. You know what? You know what? I remember who this guy's weak to. Perish. Alright. Could have probably done that and then Hadoukened him if I wasn't silly, but you know, whatever. You can dash under the epic the epic armadillo blast. Don't ask what that was. Don't ask what that was. All right? Don't ask what that was. I should not be getting smoked by armored armadillo, but I'm lazy. I'm lazy. You know what? Watch this strategy here. We're using our head. Bye. Ciao. Was that so hard? Was that so hard? To shoot my Hadouken right into his chest. You have proven that you are the best. You have Hadoukened a giant hole in my chest. That's a reference to funny YouTube nerdcore. Don't say the stream never has tension. You were scared too there, right? I got hit anyway, shut up. Really had to jump scare me with that one, but I want my tank fuel. So yeah, you're friendly. Lock in. That one was kind of nice. That one was kind of nice. That's one of the harder ones to hit with that thing too. My read was just incredible. I was looking for the weapon, shut up. And then we use the thing we used to get this stuff. Of which I would like all of it. And last but not least, actually not last, I think there's still a launch octopus to go, but this is in fact the spark mandrill. Ow, well I hate you. Suck, alright buddy? Do I have like an almost full sub tank? Fine, you know what? I'll stop doing it. I'll stop doing it, okay? Fine. This guy's the doofus anyway, alright? Nobody cares. It was all futile anyway. You're just gonna die. Why even bother? What? To embarrass me out of spite for your oppressor? You're a piece of software code made to make me look cool. But alas, we've failed. Oh no, look, you're underwater. You know what that means. Uh-oh. And as we can see here, I do not have enough energy to use the Hadouken. Imagine X talking to the Mavericks like this. Yeah, imagine if he was real rude and had like a huge ego. There you go. You get to lose your arms, buddy. No arms for you. That's right, yeah, you just get to jump around back and forth. I don't even remember what he's actually weak to. I just know you can do that to him because it's like kind of funny. Okay, how do I get out of this situation? It's gonna be difficult. Not really gonna be difficult, but, you know. Oh, my full health! I would like my full health! What if I got Hadouken the funny dinosaur tank? I guess that's not gonna happen. Who cares? You know what? Fine. Oh no, this is not the nefarious dinosaur tank. This is, in fact, the man who started it all. It's kind of sad that his fire doesn't even like light the oil like that. Like, it just, I think it makes you like slightly slower when you walk on it. It's hardly even like a thing. Very disappointing when you find out. That was Flame Mammoth. Silly, funny. I kind of like him. I miss Flame Mammoth. Leading immediately into the nefarious dinosaur tank. Now, you might ask, what's so scary about a dinosaur tank? And, not much, actually. Because he does this thing, and then he tries to ram into you, but, the head of the dinosaur tank never actually fully connects with the wall, so it's not really a big deal. You know what I mean? And it'll like, knock you off with the bottom sometimes, but you see, I'm not taking damage, I'm just kind of tripping on my butt for no reason. Nothing really happens here. I'll admit, the dinosaur tank's kind of a chump. Ow. Okay, well, you know, I take some damage, okay? Gotta make it exciting somehow. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm doing it for you. Say goodbye to the dinosaur tank. A real dinosaur tank. They were really putting anything in this fortress. And you know what? I kind of respect that. There's something wonderful about that. And it's about to get awesome. We're about to Hadouken Sigma and his dog. Don't ask what that was. That was my hubris getting the best of me, okay? Climb all the way back up to Sigma's broom, where he sends his dog to fight you. Welcome! I'm Sigma! But first, my dog! Ah! You bastard. Accidentally hit him with the buster first, and it gave him invincibility. What does it even do? It doesn't even like do anything. It's a wacky old dog. Oh! It is I, Sigma. You are now worthy of my presence. Oh yeah, he does this. Yeah, you gotta jump up to get him to do this. And this is what you do against the first phase of Sigma. It's kind of stupid. All right, I remember now. And remembering is half of Septembering. And if we want to be really sure, what we can do is use the thing to farm. This is why these are here, by the way, so you can farm sub-tanks off of them. I know, I real riveting gameplay from the Memory Leek stream, but I really don't feel like struggling against Sigma right now, so I'm just gonna do this. You can even get extra lives! Oh boy! Sigma and his yucky worms, which will give you health. So lovely weather we're having, right? Have I talked about how much I don't like esports today? I probably have, at least somewhere. Don't think I've done it on stream, but I've said it somewhere. Anyway, I like the multiplayer games were about chilling in a room with people who just like learning things instead of thinking they were gonna make $1 million playing Street Fighter 6. Anyway, I think that's everything charged, so let's get back to business, all right? And business is shooting the Hadouken at Sigma's dog. Yes, you do have to refight the dog. You have to do everything in one go. And yes, you have to wait for his dialogue as well. I have Hadoukened your dog, Sigma. It is I, Buzz Lightyear, and you have proven worthy by killing my dog. Oh! You have proven worthy by Hadoukening me in the face. I shall now merge with my deceased dog. Alright, so you see how you take like 1 billion damage every time he shoots his lightning attack? Alright, this time we got him. This time we got him. We do not got him, in fact. We have failed, and now we look silly. I will do this the normal way. When I use my last 2 E-tanks, I will then attempt the Hadouken again, but... Ooh, I'm a little scared. Okay, I'm nervous, I'll admit it, I'm nervous. They might send me back to, refill the sub-tanks again. Because Sigma does a lot of damage, and frankly, I don't know this boss like a normal person who plays this game would. So I've heard this really isn't all that difficult to dodge, but you know... Knowledge is half the battle, and I'm not fighting with my full potential. But I am fighting with my Hadouken, except I'm not, because I've not managed to actually get it to fully come out with the entire animation without getting hit. Anyway, it's not that bad. You shoot your stupid rolling shield at him and he eventually perishes. No, it's not possible. I've been defeated by the weak little Mega Man eggs. We've done it. We've stormed Sigma's castle. But we've lost the life of our friend Zero, who will surely and most certainly never come back ever again, and we'll have to lament his loss every day for the rest of our lives. See you next week for episode 2, Zero Comes Back. The war has ended for now, and peace has been restored, but those who sacrificed themselves for the victory will never return, except Zero, who will absolutely return next week. This game's funny. This is Mega Man X, by the way. In case you didn't know, this was Mega Man X. This guy's X. This is the destruction he helped cause and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? I don't know, Sigma seems like kind of a dick, and I don't think you could talk him out of this. But he stands on his cool cliff, showing how much aura and how much distant swagger he has. The answer seemed to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. How long will we keep on fighting? How long will his pain last? Because Mega Man X is sad. That's how you know this is serious. Maybe only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure. Yes, Zero's never coming back. Never, ever. Zero's dead. It was messed up. Absolutely gruesome. He's beyond repair. His sacrifice will not be in vain. Until next week when Sigma comes back. And Zero comes back. And Vio comes back. But not Armored Armadillo. He stays dead. Walk home, X. Ball de vue. French. B2 Boros. I do really appreciate that they name all the enemies. They have like, well, one step short of the really fun Super Mario World end credits where they actually show pictures of them all as well. It's like a little cast list and it's really cute. This is still very cute. Gallery stage. Mulebore. Tower stage. Dodge Blaster. Forest stage. Planty. Worm. Creeper. Sigma stage. Bow Spider. Rangdabangda. D-Rex. Velgarder. That's his dog. His dog is named Velgarder. In loving memory of Chill Penguin. In loving memory of Launch Octopus. I cut off his arms. It was funny. In loving memory of Storm Eagle. He looks pretty cool. No love for Armored Armadillo. That guy's a dick. Play Mammoth. I wish I got to know him better. Stink Chameleon didn't get to show what he was really made of, but, you know, he's pretty cool. And Spark Mandrill. Maybe even Boomer Kuanger, who really embarrassed me today. And Vile. Sigma. Sigma. Zero. I miss Zero. And you, as Mega Man X. And the staff! Yes, this was in fact still when all the staff in video games were just like using pseudonyms. Some of them are very obvious, right? Not these guys. Anybody could be Akka Redman. Illustrator's Tatsunoko! That's pretty cool. Sound designer Elf. Dr. Kun! We need your help in the ER. Not without the help of Professor F. And Kagi. Go-A-chan! We love you, Go-A-chan! Special thanks to everyone else. Thanks for playing, presented by Capcom. More like Crapcom, am I right? Up top, studio audience laugh, ha 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 ha! Is that it? If I press start, it does not go back to the title screen. I think all there is to turn off the Super Nintendo, so, ciao. Not to me, I'll stick around for 2 seconds. Only 2 seconds, though. It doesn't seem like I'm super active. That's not your problem. You know, I'm not like, oh, you guys owe me everything. No, come on. Serious with it for a second. I'm just glad that I get to live in a world where I get to play Mega Man X and all the other fun video games, especially after finally buying wires for my controller so I can actually use the controller I want to play the video game that I like. And yeah, it was fun. It's been a while. Mega Man X, more like Mega Man 6. Controversial. Wow, real dark humor here. Oh, I also totally forgot to turn off the chatting music again. So yeah, I hope that was fun while that was running. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed hearing the chatting music over the video game. Real professional work here on the Memory Leek stream, evidently. Anyway, will I stream tomorrow? I should. So probably. I don't know what. It could be anything. I'll see. And as for today, I don't really have much else to talk about. Life hasn't been the most eventful, unfortunately, and that actually kind of stresses me out. I don't like the fact that I'm still and I don't really know what to do. I guess in a way you can call it being lost. But yeah, your friend. Bye.